ATI TEAS 7 Reading Key Ideas and Details, Understanding Main Ideas, Supporting Details, Summarization, and Text Structures. Introduction to Key Ideas and Details. Welcome to ATI TEAS 7 Reading Preparation. In this comprehensive guide, we'll explore the fundamental skills you need to master key ideas and details. What are key ideas and details? The core information that passages convey to readers. Essential elements that help you determine the main idea, supporting details, and overall message. The foundation upon which all reading comprehension is built. Why this module matters for TEAS success. The TEAS reading section heavily tests your ability to understand and analyze passages. These skills are crucial for both academic success and real-world applications in healthcare. Mastering these concepts will boost your confidence and performance on test day. Understanding the main idea. Let's dive into one of the most important reading skills, identifying the main idea. What is the main idea? The central message of any passage you read. Summarizes the most important point the author wants to convey. Acts as the umbrella under which all other details fit. Where you'll find main ideas. Often stated directly in the first sentence of a paragraph. Sometimes placed in the last sentence as a concluding statement. Can be implied, requiring you to piece together clues from the entire passage. Real example. Passage: exercise improves mental health by reducing stress and increasing endorphins. Main idea: exercise has a positive impact on mental health. Strategies for identifying main ideas. Now let's learn proven techniques for finding main ideas quickly and accurately. Key questions to ask yourself. What is this passage mostly about? If I had to tell someone the most important point in one sentence, what would it be? What connects all the information in this passage together? Effective search strategies. Look for repeated words or themes throughout the passage. Identify the most emphasized point across multiple sentences. Find information that ties all the details together into one coherent message. Critical remember. The main idea is never a minor detail, it must encompass the entire passage. Don't confuse specific examples with the broader main point. Understanding supporting details. Supporting details are the building blocks that make main ideas strong and convincing. What supporting details do? Reinforce, explain, or provide examples to support the main idea. Give evidence that backs up the author's central message. Help readers understand and believe the main point. 4 types of supporting details. Facts and statistics, concrete data or research findings that provide measurable evidence. Examples, specific instances that illustrate the main point in action. Descriptions, detailed explanations that clarify meaning and provide context. Expert opinions, credible information from authorities in the field. Major details versus minor details. Not all details are created equal. Learning to distinguish between major and minor details is crucial. Major details. Directly support the main idea and are essential for understanding. Remove them and the main idea becomes unclear or unsupported. Are necessary for comprehending the passage's central message. Minor details. Provide extra information that's interesting but not essential. Add color and interest but can be removed without affecting understanding. Support major details rather than the main idea directly. Example breakdown. Main idea: a balanced diet is essential for good health. Major detail: eating fruits and vegetables provides essential vitamins and minerals. Minor detail: oranges contain vitamin C, which can help prevent common colds. Finding the topic sentence. The topic sentence is your roadmap to understanding each paragraph's focus. What is a topic sentence? The sentence that expresses the main idea of a specific paragraph. Usually contains the most general statement in that paragraph. Guides readers about what to expect in the upcoming sentences. Where topic sentences appear. First sentence, most common placement in academic and professional writing. Middle sentence, used when supporting details build up to reveal the main point. Last sentence, sometimes authors present details first, then state the conclusion. Identifying implied main ideas. Sometimes authors don't directly state their main ideas, you need to become a detective. When main ideas are hidden, look at all supporting details to determine what they have in common. Ask yourself what central message connects all the information. Think about what the author is trying to communicate overall. Strategy for success. Read all the details carefully. Summarize what all the details suggest when taken together. State the implied main idea in your own words. Example in action. Text: hospitals are busier during flu season, leading to longer wait times and increased workload for staff. Implied main idea: flu season creates significant strain on healthcare resources and operations. Recognizing author's purpose. Understanding why an author wrote something helps you better grasp their message. Four main purposes authors have: to inform, providing facts, explanations, or teaching something new. To persuade, trying to convince readers of a particular viewpoint or action. To entertain, using storytelling, humor, or engaging narratives. To express feelings, sharing emotions, personal experiences, or creative expression. Quick identification tips. Medical journal articles are typically written to inform. Editorial pieces about healthcare policy are written to persuade. Patient success stories might be written to inspire or entertain. Mastering summarization techniques. Summarization is the skill of capturing the essence of a passage in fewer words. What makes a good summary? Condenses the main idea and essential details into a brief explanation. Uses your own words rather than copying the original text. Maintains the author's original meaning while being much shorter. Step-by-step summarization process. First, identify the main idea clearly and precisely. Select only the key supporting details that are absolutely essential. Remove unnecessary examples, minor details, and repetitive information. Rewrite everything using your own vocabulary and sentence structure. Example transformation. Original passage: regular exercise improves heart health, strengthens muscles, and reduces stress levels in people of all ages. Effective summary: exercise benefits both physical and mental health. Understanding cause and effect relationships. Cause and effect relationships show how events connect to each other. What these relationships show. How one event leads to or results in another event. The logical connections between actions and their consequences. Essential patterns for understanding medical processes and patient outcomes. Signal words that indicate cause and effect. Because, therefore, due to, as a result, consequently, leads to, causes. Healthcare example. Cause: a patient does not take prescribed medication consistently. Effect: their medical condition worsens or fails to improve. Signal words: as a result of not taking medication, the patient's condition deteriorated. Recognizing compare and contrast relationships. Compare and contrast patterns help you understand similarities and differences. What this pattern accomplishes. Identify similarities and differences between two or more subjects. Helps you understand relationships between concepts or ideas. Common in healthcare when discussing treatment options or medical conditions. Signal words for similarities. Similarly, likewise, both, also, in the same way, equally. Signal words for differences. However, unlike, in contrast, on the other hand, whereas, but. Healthcare example. Comparison: both nurses and doctors work directly with patients daily. Contrast: doctors focus on diagnosis and treatment plans, while nurses emphasize ongoing care and monitoring. Drawing logical conclusions and inferences. Inference is the skill of reading between the lines to understand unstated information. What is an inference? Using context clues and evidence to understand information not directly stated. Making logical conclusions based on what you've read. Essential for healthcare professionals who must interpret patient information. How to make strong inferences. Look at all available evidence in the passage. Consider what the details suggest when taken together. Base your conclusions only on information provided, not outside knowledge. Ask yourself what the author is implying but not directly saying. Example in practice. Text: Sarah grabbed an umbrella and raincoat before heading to work. Logical inference: it is likely raining or forecasted to rain outside. Using context clues for understanding. Context clues are your best tool for understanding unfamiliar words and concepts. What context clues provide? Surrounding words and sentences that help determine meaning of unfamiliar terms. Your primary tool for understanding new vocabulary without a dictionary. Essential for comprehending medical and scientific terminology on the TEAS. 3 main types of context clues. Definition clues: a cardiologist, a doctor specializing in heart health, treats cardiovascular disease. Synonym/antonym clues: unlike his outgoing brother, Jake is introverted and prefers quiet activities. Example clues: citrus fruits such as oranges, lemons, and grapefruits are excellent sources of vitamin C. Identifying text structures. Text structure is the organizational pattern authors use to present information. Why understanding structure matters. Helps you follow the author's logic and reasoning. Makes comprehension faster and more efficient. Prepares you for what type of information comes next. 5 common text structures. Cause and effect: shows relationships between events and their outcomes. Compare and contrast: highlights similarities and differences between topics. Problem and solution: identifies issues and proposes ways to address them. Sequence of events: presents information in chronological or step-by-step order. Description: uses specific details to paint a clear picture or explain concepts. Strategies for TEAS reading success. Let's wrap up with proven strategies for excelling on the TEAS reading section. Before reading strategies. Read the questions first to know what information to look for. Identify keywords in both questions and answer choices. Prepare your mind to focus on the specific skills being tested. During reading strategies, look for main ideas, supporting details, and text structure patterns. Pay attention to author's purpose and tone. Make mental notes of important relationships between ideas. Answer selection strategies. Eliminate obviously incorrect choices before selecting your answer. Base all responses strictly on information provided in the passage. Don't rely on outside knowledge or personal experience. Choose answers that have the strongest textual support. Congratulations, you now have the foundational skills to identify main ideas, understand supporting details, recognize text structures, and make logical inferences. These skills form the bedrock of reading comprehension and will serve you well not only on the TEAS exam but throughout your healthcare education and career. Remember, every expert reader started with these same fundamentals. Keep practicing with various passages, apply these strategies consistently, and trust in your growing abilities. You're building the critical thinking skills that healthcare professionals use every day. You're well on your way to TEAS success.